How's it going, guys? Simple Duck here, and today I just want to take a few minutes to share my opinion with you and hopefully get some feedback from you. And the topic I want to talk about today is for Shadow Priests and PvP, Haste versus Mastery. There's been kind of a big debate going on over the last few weeks here since 5.3 came out as to which one is better and which one you should go with. So I just want to share my opinion and the reason why I chose what I chose, and then get your feedback. I'm interested in why you chose what you chose. So I guess let's get into it. So first of all, Haste. Haste is going to do a couple of things for you. Number one, it's going to reduce the cast time on anything that you've got that has a cast timer. So that can be very helpful for spreading dots, for getting off a clutch cast in an arena, something like that. The second thing that it does for you is your dots will tick faster. So how does that help? What it does is your dot still has the same total duration. So within that total duration, it ticks a certain number of times. If you make those ticks faster, closer together, then you're going to get an extra tick. Now, if you max out your haste, you're going to get one extra tick out of each dot. So you're going to get a little extra damage, which is always nice. So haste, you're going to get the extra dot tick, one extra dot tick, and you're going to get the increased cast speed. Now, Mastery. Let's jump into Mastery real quick. What does Mastery do? Mastery does one thing, really. Mastery gives you a percentage chance that your dot will tick twice each time that it ticks. Now, what does that? How does that affect you in Battlegrounds, Arena, different places? If you're in an arena, what a lot of people say happens, and I've seen it, I know it's true, is you put your dots up, and they'll get dispelled. Sometimes really quickly they'll get dispelled. If you have haste, excuse me, if you have haste, they get dispelled. Haste doesn't really help you. It might give you one extra tick, but not really. Haste is really only valuable if you go a long duration on the dot. If it gets dispelled very quickly within the first few ticks, it's not a big advantage. Now, Mastery, if your dot gets dispelled, you could potentially get many more ticks. I mean, I'm throwing up one dot, and on average, I'm getting 5 or 6. I'm getting 5 to 6 extra ticks out of 8 total that I could. So, if I throw a dot up and it's on a target for a few seconds and then gets dispelled, I have the potential, and usually do, get a lot more damage out of that. So, in a situation like that where you're worried about dispels, Mastery I think is going to be better. If you're in a battleground, I know a lot of people say haste is better for spreading dots and getting pressure, which I agree, lets you put the dots out faster. I'm not going to argue that point, but I think Mastery is going to give you a lot more damage. It'll take you a couple of extra seconds to set up your dots on everyone, but once it's done, you're getting so many more ticks, so much more damage. And I think, especially in an RPG, that scenario is going to be a lot better. You're putting out a lot more pressure for your team. So I like Mastery. Now, if you get into the cast time part of it and say, well, haste is better because you can get that cast time out in arena. I don't know what the exact number is as far as the cast time. If you max out your haste, it's going to bring your cast time down. I don't know how far down you can get it, but with going with as much Mastery as I can have right now, my cast time on a Mind Blast is 1.28 seconds. I'm not sure how much further it can go down, but 1.28 seconds is still pretty darn good. Put that together with all the extra dot ticks, and I don't know, guys. Mastery is still really hard to beat for me, and one of the things that's crossed my mind is this. In 5.2, I don't think anyone would argue the fact that Mastery was better than Haste. Now in 5.3, neither of those two stats has changed, and yet everybody is going over to, well, I shouldn't say everybody, but more people are going over to Haste, and I don't know why. So I guess that's kind of the reason why I'm making this video, is I just want to know, what are your thoughts? Mastery versus Haste. It's a debate that's going to go on forever. As long as this game is around and those two stats are in the game, it's going to be a debate. And some people will go Haste, some people will go Mastery. Hopefully, I know I've rambled a bit, but hopefully I've done an okay job of telling you my thoughts on this. So make sure you leave a comment down below. Tell me what your thoughts are, and tell me what you picked, Haste or Mastery, and why. And I'm really hoping not to hear, because the high-rated players did it, because that's not really a good reason to pick anything, to be honest. I mean, you should have a reason that suits you, and if it's just a playstyle choice, great. You know, I'm not here to judge or bash anybody. I'm just interested in your thoughts, your opinions. So leave them down below. And yeah, so that's it for this video. Till next time, guys. Take it easy.